Hey everybody, Wallywood here. I know it's been a little bit since I've made a video, but there's been a lot of requests recently and a lot of people asking how to set up arenas that people have been making, like Pugs, Kojamati, even myself. I've made one. I haven't really released it, but a lot of people have been asking me how to set that up. Really, it's gonna be a bit of a hat trick to get it right, but hopefully with these steps I can maybe make it very clear. I'm a visual learner myself. I can't really just read stuff and figure it out. Usually I have to kind of figure it out by myself, hands-on type of learning. So I'm going to try to spell this out as simple as possible. This video may go a little long, and if it does, I apologize in advance. I also apologize for the mic quality. It's one that I've had back in the 90s, kind of just rigged up to make it work. So maybe I can increase the volume in post-production, but if not, I apologize in advance. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started with setting this up. It's going to be fairly difficult to understand at first, but once you get the hang of one of them, the rest of it just kind of comes natural. And then it's just kind of a time-consuming process. But if you follow these steps, step by step, I'll even try to timestamp them whenever I upload the video. In case if you get hung up in an area, you won't have to go back and rewatch this whole thing just to get to that one spot. So we're going to go over the first step. First step is download whatever arena that you want. So find somebody's cloud-based storage. Usually their links are located in the mod pack Discord, and they're usually pinned in the parts and texture channel. So just look for whoever stuff that you want, download it. There's a lot of great creators out there. I'm just using the ones from Pugs and Kojamati because they focus mostly on the venues that I followed. So that's step one. Step two is going to be to make a ring, right? So you're going to want to make a ring that this arena is going to be attached to. And first and foremost, grab yourself some arena textures or some apron textures and slap them up there. This is one I just recently did for Invasion. I think I did it last night. I just kind of tossed it together for this video. If you like it, it'll be available for download on my Steam account. I'm Wallywood, by the way. It should be up there. If you don't like my version, I believe that Avenger made a really cool one too. He's got his on his download link. So, it's really just personal preference at that point. So when you make yourself a ring, the most important part here is making sure that it's named the exact same way that the creator has named his version of the arena. And what I mean by that is this. You'll notice that I have WWE in capital letters. I have a capital I, lowercase n, capital V, and then Invasion is all just kind of done in lowercase. You want to make sure that this lines up perfectly with what they've named it. So as you can see right here on my desktop, let me change the focus here. So on the So on the desktop right here, you see that we have an Invasion folder. This Invasion folder is going to be basically your lifeline. It's going to have all your basic stuff that you need. The arena floor, the lights, the texture files, all that good stuff. We're going to go into this step by step. So step one, make sure that your arena name here all matches the ring name. It doesn't matter about this little dash and floor and dash and lights and parts and things like that. You don't have to worry about that. That can all stay the way it is. But for the most part, let's just make sure that that part is the way that we need it. Step two, let's get over to our directory to where we're going to drag and drop it. You're going to go into the Fire Pro directory. You're going to go into Mod Pack. You're going to go into Arena Mats, which I've got saved right here, but that's actually in just your Fire Pro. Then go to Ring Mats. You'll find Arena Mats right there. And then another important thing, you got to figure out what the arena is that this creator used. So like for example, you have different rings here. All these stand for a different venue. When you go to pick out your wrestling venue, these are usually the ones. Now these are all letter coded. Pugs and Kojo usually have used AR00, which is the Madison Square Garden arena. So just make sure you're in that arena. Ignore all these folders. This was from a failed project that I was trying to organize things. Did not work out. Unfortunately, at this point in time, you're just going to have to keep it disorganized. But out of sight, out of mind. So we're just going to go ahead and start by dragging and dropping these parts into there. Now you'll notice that I've already got a directory here where it's just asking me to replace. That's just because I've already done this once. So go ahead and replace those. And if not, it'll just drag and drop. It won't even prompt you to do anything. So that part is done for right now. We'll go back to this step in a little bit whenever we actually get to the texture arena assignment, which that will all come in a little while. So after that, we're going to want to go into Arena Edit, right? So that's in Mod Pack directory. You go into FirePro, go into Mod Pack Data, go into Arena Edit. If you're not seeing this stuff, then that means you either have the wrong Mod Pack installed or you don't have it installed correctly in the right location. It's got to be in your game directory. So as long as you're seeing this, you can follow these steps to get this to work. Arena Edit. We're going to go in there first. You're going to notice a bunch of CSV files. I don't know why I keep calling them CSV files, but they're CSV files. All these are going to be right here. Ignore those for right now. We'll come back to that in a minute. You'll also see presets and textures. We're going to go ahead and go into the textures folder. It's going to be cluttered, especially the more arenas that you have. You're going to have a lot of textures there. So now we're going to open up the file that the invasion folder's in, and you'll notice that there's one called textures. All these are going to be the textures to invasion. We're going to go ahead and just highlight and copy them all over. So just drag and drop them. Again, I've already done this once, so it's prompting me just to override. For the sake of this video, I will. If you haven't done this before, it won't prompt you. It will just move. So don't even worry about it. Now we're going to go back here and we're going to choose the CSV file. Yes, CSV file. We're going to go in here and we're going to basically adjust what we need to adjust. Again, these files have to match the ring name perfectly. So, invasion, 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 there we go. They all match up. And as long as they match up, we can move forward with the next step. The next step is going to be to make sure that your directory matches the CSV directory. Luckily, we won't have to do this except for on one of these files, which is going to be up here. Don't worry about the one that says .text. Don't worry about the one that says /text. Those two are important, but you won't have to modify anything in those. So we're going to go ahead and drag and drop those in first. And I am picking out the ones from Alliance. I want the one with the Alliance Tron, all three logos up there. So I'm just going to pick that one. This folder is empty because I've already dragged them up here, but if you wanted to use ECW, those are going to be the files for that. NWO, those are going to be the files for that. And same thing for just WCW. But I'm using those, so we're going to go with that. Now that that's done and these CSV files are on your desktop, we can go ahead and just shut this down. It's just one more distraction. Also, I'm going to go and apologize in advance because as of right now, I have a bunch of stuff cluttered up on this desktop. I'm going to go and apologize. I'm keeping my room a little messy, and that's the way it's going to stay. So we've already got pretty much everything that we need from here, so I'm just going to go ahead and move this out of the way. This is going to be the fun part. And by fun, the tedious part. That's what I mean by that. Let's go ahead and open up the notepad. I like to open it in Notepad. Some people like to do this in Excel. That's fine. It doesn't really matter one way or another. But this part is going to look like Japanese writing if you're not familiar with the way directories are set up and texture names. But with everything that's set up here, he's got it pretty plain and simple. And for the most part, you won't have to do too much adjusting on this right side. We're going to focus from everything from right here where it says D:/program files. This is all we have to change. So to figure out where and how you need to change this, you need to come up here to the top, And this is what I do. I click up here at the top, and it gives me a full list right here of my entire directory address. Alright? Since everything else is going to match up, I usually just follow here from Steam apps back. So as you can see, it says, program files x86. I don't have that on mine because I've got mine set up on an external hard drive. So I'm not going to need any of that. So what I'll do here is I will just copy everything from my directory, including that slash, from Steam apps back to the D drive. Yours may be different. You may be on a C drive, an F drive. Yours may have a different letter format. Just copy yours. So again, that step is just going up there to the top, clicking up on that bar, and just seeing what it says. From there, I'm going to just copy that. Okay? Now, here's the reason why I do this in Notepad. It's because there is a feature up here that will save you a lot of time. And it is the replace feature. Right here, anywhere where you see replace with, I've already got it pre-set up. So everything from here, all I did was copy this directory file, and it's going to literally just replace it with this, because my Steam apps and everything past that is the exact same. The only thing that's different is everything prior to Steam. And mine actually says Steam library. Mine goes D drive, /Steam library / and then it actually says Steam apps, and all that. So mine is automatically set. Yours is very easily. Go ahead and do not click wraparound. Click match case sensitive. This will just make sure that everything lines up case sensitive. So if it's lowercase or uppercase, it will automatically detect it. You want that. You want that to be able to be detected because you don't want it to sit there and try to pick up something else down the line. You just want it to pick up exactly what it's got written here. Now, again, yours may be different. So yours may be unique to the way that you have your Fire Pro set up. But, his CSV file is set up to where his is. So all you're doing is essentially changing your directory on the CSV file to match from his to yours. And I'm going to demonstrate that now. Right here, all I've got to do is hit replace, and it's going to go in and replace every one of these. Now, if it looks like it's working to the way that you need it to, go ahead and just click replace all. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to set it up exactly how you need it to be set up, because these are the locations of all these textures that you drag and dropped over, right? So this is how the computer and the program knows what textures need to go where. And without seeing that proper directory, then there's nothing there for it to move. So it doesn't know where to go. This just basically gives it line of sight. Okay, so I'm going to exit this out, and I'm going to make sure that I save the CSV file. So just click save. And now this CSV file should be ready to be drag and dropped. Okay, so that one's in there. Everything should be good with this. Now, one good thing about this, if you mess this up and you get it wrong, don't go and delete, your CSVs on your desktop yet, because, if something's messed up, you can go in there and adjust it later. Or if you've still got his pack downloaded, you can just go in there and just pull a fresh CSV file. That will happen from time to time. I've overlooked things in the past and had to just basically go back in and fix it. So this is where the most tricky part was, and that part's done. As long as you do it that way, this next part should be very simple. So let's go ahead and get the view back onto the game itself. I think this should do it. Okay. Let me make sure that I'm actually pulling up what I need to pull up here. We're going to go into the arena edit part. Actually, yes, let's go to arena edit first. Okay. I need to make sure that this thing is actually going to pull up the proper window. So let me see here. Is it going to pull up the proper mod window? Okay, no, I need to go back to my default screen. Okay, sorry again. Still a bit of a learning process here. Okay, so this is the arena. This is the arena edit page that I need to be on now. Okay, so you're going to come here. You're going to pick Madison Square Gardens because that's what our our location is. You're going to go here and you're going to find your ring that you created. I believe it should just be WWE. It may not be showing up quite yet. I might need to hit refresh. Let me hit refresh once or twice. And see what I got going on. Okay, there it is right there. So Invasion. Alright, so notice how I've clicked on the ring name, I've clicked on the arena, and now all these things have loaded up. This is a good sign. That means that it's reading the CSV file. If nothing popped up, then that would be a bad thing. You don't want that to happen. You want it to pop up. So this is the good part. We're already ahead. Okay. So let's go here and we're just going to click refresh. Make sure that your everything's refreshed in there. Okay, double checking it. Okay, we're going to click update and save. Okay, I didn't get any errors. So everything looks like it is lining up appropriately and nothing seems to be out of place. Okay, so this is good. This is really good. So our next step is that we're going to pull up the texture tool or the texture arena database. Okay. Remember how I told you that coming back into, we'd be coming back to the ring in a minute. So let me pull up that database. Let me pull it. Okay. The ring is not showing up right now, but that's okay because what we have to do is we have to go to add. It'll say new mat data. We come in and we actually assign our ring to it. So mine would be under WWE, and it would be probably going to be close to the bottom. No, wait, I gotta hit refresh again. So let me just update my rings first. There we go. And now it should be showing up. So if your ring doesn't show up, just click that update button. That will help it out. And there it is right there. WWE Invasion. We're going to click on it. We're going to make sure it's assigned. And we're going to click Update Ring. Now once you do that, it's going to take that new ring mat away. And it's actually going to go in and add you a Invasion category here. So this is very important because this is where we're going to assign the proper stage, the proper guardrails. We're going to basically go in and just kind of add in things. This is also where you can add your custom nameplates. Pugs usually releases an arena and a nameplate. So take that and drop that into that ring, I believe it's ring mat category, and your nameplate should show up. So I've already got it highlighted. These are our textures here that we can adjust. So everything from cages, cage coloring, ring assignment, things like that. I'm going to go in here. We're going to pick big garden arena fence. We're going to go here and we're going to try to find WWE Invasion. And it looks like it's right there. So Invasion is right there. We're going to go ahead and pick, I think we want, we just want the PNG. Not the stage, just the PNG. Go ahead and hit update. And now if you were to change rings, it should say WWE Invasion PNG, and it should show a picture of the guardrails. Now, this part can get a little tricky too because you want your barricades on if it's one with an actual barricade. If you're using one of Kojo Matty's rings that use guardrails, or one of Pug's arenas that use guardrails, like his earlier WrestleMania stuff, you're going to want to click that off because that will start interfering with the two textures. As a matter of fact, this is a good place right here to actually learn which arena is affiliated with what letter code. Like, for example, you have the dojo is AR05. You have the university, which is AR02. Stadium is AR01. And you get the picture. I don't have to go in there and do all that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on nameplate. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pick Invasion nameplate. Let's see here. Invasion, right there. Also, he did note that one thing that you want to happen here is you want the logos to show. Because what's going to happen is whenever the wrestler comes out, whatever logo he's affiliated with, if you have the proper DLC for it, will show up on the left-hand side right here. And it will just kind of affiliate that wrestler with that particular grouping or that particular roster. So I'm going to go ahead and click Update. And that's all we have to do for that part. So now we're going to just double check and make sure that everything worked out the way that we hope it did. So I'm going to go ahead and click that off. Let's go ahead and click back on the game. We're going to come back out here and let's go ahead and give it a shot. Let's see what we got. Go to offline play, normal match. I'm going to go ahead and just pick, you know what, I'm just going to, I can't not pick proper invasion people. So let's do, let's see, let's do, I don't know who to pick here. Let's go with, let's see, was Raven part of it? I don't even remember. We will do, you know what, let's do Chris Jericho. No, not Chris Jericho. Dang, it's going to take me longer to find a good wrestler to use than it would be to, figure out, what, or how to teach you guys how to set this up. Maybe Stone Cold? Yeah, you know what? We're just going to go with some basics here. We're just going to go with, let's just do Scott Hall. He's the first one I saw up here. Go set that to be the computer. And he's walking over to the other side, so I guess, I don't know. Who else? Stone Cold. I know I got a Stone Cold up here. Okay, maybe he's one back. Maybe I got him. Look, my roster's a mess. I'm going to go ahead and say that because when I'm showing off my parts, I literally just grab one, make an edit, and then toss them over. So, let's see here. And Austin seems to have run off too. Oh well. No, there he goes. All right. This is, they are all over the place. You know what? I don't ever mind adding a little bit of humor here. So this is okay. All right, so now we're gonna pick the invasion. Oh, there's Austin. He seems to be sitting on Scott Hall's back, and you know what? I could just do a commentary of these two right now. This is great. This is hilarious. Okay, so let's go ahead and just pick invasion. Let's get on with it, and let's just double check to see if everything worked. Okay. Load up times, sitting there spinning like that, that's usually a good sign. That means it's loading up the textures. Alright.